Did you know that playing a team sport can decrease anxiety and depression by 10%? Hello, I'm Jaylin, and this is my first podcast comparing mental and physical health. Mental health for athletes is a crucial thing that people normally overlook. It's important for many reasons. It can prevent burnouts, help maintain sharp play, and keep a positive state of mind. However, mental health also plays a huge role in athletics. For example, you'll sleep better, have proper weight management, and even reduce your stress. I myself am a student athlete at Beaufort High School. I've been fortunate enough to play 3 sports, including softball, volleyball, and basketball. With that being said, we have some great role models who know lots about sports and have a general understanding for both the mental and physical sides of things. Dr. Medinger and Dr. Marshall. These are not only 2 great women, but they are amazing teachers and can help us compare the topic about health.
Hey, I'm Courtney Marshall. I'm a health science teacher at Beaufort High School, and I think mental health matters in student athletes because it can help them to achieve their goals. So physical health is a huge part, but if they're not there mentally, then they're not going to be able to take that next step or achieve their full potential. Like specifically with softball, some of the student athletes and just experience with that, if a pitcher is not there mentally and does not have a good self-esteem, she's never going to be able to throw a perfect game or do her ultimate best. Same thing with the catcher. If they're not having a good day mentally and they're a leader on the field, then you're going to see that impact the entire team. And a lot of this too with mental health and athletes is confidence. So if you're having low self-esteem, depression, things like that, there's no way you're going to be confident enough to go win the game or perform when it's your time, because a lot of sports is the mental aspect of it, and the anxiety and being able to overcome those things to be able to perform.
Hello, I'm Kristina Medinger, and I teach sports medicine at Beaufort High School. I'm also their athletic trainer. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about physical health. So what does that mean? We have that normal cardiovascular endurance, muscular endurance, as well as making sure that you can physically play the sport that you choose. But it's also important to make sure that you can be physically active upon multiple sports. Typically, you are more successful when you focus on more than just one sport. Continuing to just do one limits your focus and abilities when it comes to what you can physically do. It increases the likelihood of social isolation, overdependence, burnout, and it has an increased risk of overuse injuries. A lack of diversified activity does not allow athletes necessary rest from repetitive use of the same segments of the body, thus not allowing them to develop the appropriate neuromuscular skills that are effective in preventing injury and making successful athletes.
The first study we're going to be looking at was done by the National Collegiate Athletic Association on mental health and student athletes. This study proves that people focus too much on physical techniques instead of mental wellness. William Moore said that an athlete struggling with depression, anxiety, or everyday stress may have poor concentration and low energy. This can affect your performance on a field or court and possibly result in injury. We can avoid these blocks by getting lots of rest and breaks to create a proper and much-needed framework for an upcoming competitive season. Another recent study I found was done to collect information about the physical components needed to excel in athletics. The American Heart Association has gathered evidence to prove that physical activity is the majority of what affects mental health. This article states that physical abilities are a great mood lifter, can keep you in great shape, help you live longer, and boost levels of cholesterol. Lastly, this will prevent 20 to 30% of non-communicable diseases. So the physical component is also a very important part that contributes to athletes. After all the information we have gathered pertaining to mental health and physical conditions, we can determine that both aspects are crucially needed for top-tier performances. If you neglect one, you will significantly impact the other. Speaking from experience, if I only focus on my physical features, I become very tired very quickly. This not only affects me, but affects my team as a whole. So I've learned that I need to focus on both my physical and mental well-being.